Hi, it's Maisha. Hi, how are you? I'm so confused when people say how are you to me because I don't know if they're saying hi or if they actually want to know how I am. Usually when I say how are you, I actually want to know how the other person is, but like I know that's not always the case and I can never figure out which one people are saying. It's so confusing for me. I don't know if it's the same for you. It might not be. And you might never have struggled with this. And you are probably like, what is wrong with her? Yeah, so tell me how you are. Tell me what books you're reading. Tell me if you have read any of the books I'm going to talk about today. And yeah, so let's get on to the video. So this video is going to be about all the recent releases I read, like from the last 3 months, like November 2021, December 2021, and January 2022. Like some of these books feel like I read them so long ago. Even the November was just like 2 months ago. I don't know, like 2021 felt so long yet so short at the same time. So I thought about doing it in the release order, but then it was getting too messy. So I'm just gonna do it by genre. I hope the light doesn't disappear on me. Okay, so the first book we're gonna talk about is When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord. So this was not my favorite Emma Lord. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's still pretty good, just not as good as her first two releases. It's about this girl, forgot her name, Millie. She wants to go to pre-college because she wants to do theater in college, and she thinks like this pre-college thing merges the last year of high school merges the first year of college, and she thinks she's going to have an amazing experience there and she's going to learn a lot of new things. So she wants to go, but her dad doesn't want to let her go, and she is trying to find her mother because she thinks if her mother gives her permission, she can go. And there's also this romance with, what's his name, Oliver, who is a stage manager type person in the theater, and they have a hate to love romance. It's cute, okay? Like I gave it a 3.5 stars. It's not bad. It's just not as amazing as her first two releases. Because You Have a Match is like one of my favorite books ever, and Tweet Cute is pretty good too. It was just not on the same level. Okay, the next one. Oh my god, I loved this one. This was so good. It's If This Gets Out. It was definitely not a Larry fanfiction, if you get what I mean. Like if you were a teenager during the early 2010s, you know what I mean. It's about these two boy band members who fall in love. It's a very cute friends to lovers romance, and it's also very forbidden because the management don't want them to date. I love this one so much. Both of them. This is why I hate lip gloss. Okay. So both of the main characters were amazing. Like they were so complex, and so was the other two members in the boy band, Angel and John. All of them had these different layers. I don't know if this is going to be a series, I don't think so, but if it were, I would devour all of the books in the series because they were all amazing. Because, like, how amazing this one was, I assume the other ones would be amazing as well. Okay, the next one. Oh my god. This is a new favorite of mine. This it was so good. It's called Margot Martz Takes It Down. It's about this girl who is kind of a fixer, and she like fixes stuff for people. Like if you were in trouble, she's gonna like fix it for you. And one day some girls come to her and tells them that their pictures were uploaded on the site by their exes or like by guys they were intimate with. And Margot starts investigating and figuring out who put the site up and how to take it down. This was pretty dark, not going to lie. This I thought, like, it said it said for the fans of Veronica Mars, so I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. And this got a lot darker than I was expecting, which is, I guess, like which is like good, because like sometimes YA don't go dark enough, and the ending wasn't like tied up with a bow, so like, you know, like how the reality is. So yeah, I really liked it. I also liked how the authors left the ending open, so like this might be a series, so I'm like really excited for the second book. Hopefully it comes out soon. Okay, the next one is, okay, so we are done with all the YA romances slash contemporaries. Like the third one, like Margot Martz one, had a romance, but it was mostly like a contemporary mystery vibes more than like a romance, but there's a romance. Like it doesn't like conclude, so I'm assuming that it's going to continue in the second and the third book. So yeah, the next one is an adult romance. It's Made in Manhattan. I just love the cover. I love the pink. So it's about this girl, forgot her name, Violet, who is an assistant to this old lady. And the old lady finds out that she has a grandson, and this grandson was raised by his mother, who is not a part of the New York elite. So like he grew up in the countryside and he has like a regular job, not like a boardroom job. And Violet gets tasked with making, what's his name? Why am I so bad with names? Kane? Gets tasked with making Kane presentable to all the snooty upper class people. So unlike they butt heads at first, it's definitely a hate to love romance. He makes her more, I don't know, open to new experiences. She makes him more polished. So I love this one. I'd give it a 4, I guess. No, 4.5. 4.5. Because I actually really enjoyed it. The next one isn't a romance, it's a contemporary. It's called Bad Luck Bridesmaid. It's about this girl, Zoe, who thinks she's a bad luck bridesmaid because whenever she was a bridesmaid in any of the weddings never ended up happening. So she thinks she is the bad luck to these weddings. And then her long term boyfriend wants to get married, but she's not ready because she still thinks she's the bad luck and like marriage isn't for her. This wasn't a romance, okay? Like I know this Goodreads in Goodreads people marked it as romance. It's not. It's more of a coming of age but older kind of a book where like she's coming to realize that things that the things she thinks should matter doesn't really matter much in the grand scheme of things. It was really good. I liked it. However, not enough to give it a 4. So like this is a 3.5-star read where it's like very solid, but also nothing I'm going to remember 5 years down the line, if that makes sense. Okay, this one was so hyped up. This I saw everywhere. It's called Love at First Bite. It's about this girl who buys this empty lot in front of her ex's house so she can build a spite house, and she picks like she has this co-worker she doesn't like, and she has to work with him because he's an architect, and they're going to build this White House together, I guess. It's so funny. I really liked it. I really liked the hate to love romance. I also really liked how reserved the guy was. Yes, I like those kind of heroes when they're like grumpy on the outside but sunshine on the inside. And like it was such a slow burn romance. I'd give it a 4 stars.
What?
Yes, I'm awake.
Huh?
What? What's up? You can open the door. So,
Why does our house look like that?
oh, I was going to film there, but Blue decided she was not gonna get off the chair.
Ooh.
The tall one.
Yeah.
So I couldn't film there.
Ooh, I'm so confused.
So yeah, that happened.
I've never seen your blinds open.
Yeah, I've never seen my blinds open either.
I was like, I literally asked Blue, I was like, what was she doing? This box is huge.
So this was also not a romance. Like, I would hesitate to call it a romance. It's a coming of age but older, but with a little bit more romance than the last book, I guess. It's about this girl who's trying to make it in a company which specializes in wedding planning. And her romance is with a wedding photographer. And I'm like trying to explain you the book without going into details, because if I go into details, it's like you'd be like, what is she talking about? Okay, so her boss, a hoot, but also would be so annoying to work for him, I would imagine. And her immediate boss, like the one who's like managing her, nightmare to deal with too. And the girl working for her, okay, anyway, so like she clearly wants to do this, but also her co-workers are awful and she doesn't really fit in. So, but she also wants to get promoted, so she has been like busting her bottom and working really hard. The event she's planning, something goes wrong and it's a chaos, and she has to like handle them all. And like and most of the book is like these like hilarious situations she finds herself in, but also growing from these situations and like learning how to be a better what's it called, wedding planner. I really liked it. I'd give it a 4 stars. Even though it's not a typical romance, I really enjoyed it. Okay, this one is a new favorite. I would give it a 5 stars. It's called The Mistletoe Motive. This reminded me so much of The Hating Game. It's about, I don't know, a girl and a boy. Okay, Gabby and Jonathan. Okay, they work in the same bookstore. They're co-managers, and they butt heads. And then at the end of the holiday period, one of them would be fired, the other would be the manager. So cute. I loved it. They are competing, so and they hate each other, but there's also this you have got male trope thing going on. Oh my god, this is amazing. It's very tropey. If you don't want something very tropalacious, don't pick this one up, warning you. But if you want something really cozy and holiday and wintry, pick this one up. Chloe Liese never disappoints. At least she has never disappointed me. Okay, love lists and fancy ships. Oh my god, that was hard. Love lists and fancy ships. Okay, so it's about this girl who makes a bucket list and she has a blog. And she's a yacht something. She works in a yacht and she meets this single father in a condo. and her nieces, and her nieces are staying with her, and her nieces and his daughter form a really good friendship, so they're forced to spend time together, and it's their romance. And it's also her growing and evolving because of something that happened to her, and she like feels the need to do all these things so she can grow, but then she realizes that, you know, in typical rom-com fashion, that she doesn't need any of those things and she'll be happy or with someone in her life. And it was cute, I guess. I would give it a 2.5. This was not my thing. Although I really liked the friendship between the main guy's daughter and her nieces. That was my favorite part. Like whenever they were in the book, I was like happy and I was like glad to be reading it. I only picked it up because I really liked the cover. That's the only reason I read it. I started reading it, and then I was like 30% into it. Then I was like, oh, I guess I better finish it. But was not my thing. I'm sorry. But I also saw this on a lot of people's anticipated lists. That's why, like, also like, you know, when you're exposed to when you're exposed to something repeatedly and you see the same cover over and over again in like a lot of books and a lot of Instagram posts, and you're like, okay, I want to read that. That kind of happened to me because the cover is gorgeous. I can't lie. But the content was not my thing. Okay, the next one, I actually really liked. The Fastest Way to Fall. It's about this girl who joins this site because she wants to feel better about herself, and the love interest is a personal trainer, and he also owns the app, but he's also bored. So he's like, okay, oh, you know what would be fun? Working more. And so he takes her on as a client, and they develop a really good friendship through their texts and through like working out together and stuff. It's so cute. And I also really liked how sometimes I would see weight loss things in books, and it would be like, oh yeah, she lost 10 pounds in the first week she started working out. And like this book did not have any of them, which was I was really glad for. Yeah, this one I really enjoyed. And seems from the Goodreads ratings, a lot of people enjoyed as well. I don't know, it's working on me, so okay, the next book. Well, it's an anthology. It's the Reindeer Falls Volume 2. So each book is about a different character. Okay, so Volume 2 is about three brothers who inherit a house from their uncle, and each book is their different stories, which I can't tell you anything about them because they were really short. So if I say anything, I'm gonna basically spoil the entire book for you. It's very cute. It's so short. They're very festive, very holiday-y, also very insta-lovey. If you're not into that, don't pick this series up. I genuinely love this series, so I'll continue to read them. I know this is not everyone's thing, but Jana Aston books just does it for me, I guess. All of them are like 4.5 stars. You don't have to read volume 1 to read volume 2, but like you can if you want to. I think one of them is like a Santa elf story, the other is like a annoying Christmas officer grumpy neighbor story, and the other one is a baseball player librarian story. They're very short, very cute. Pick this one up if you're looking for something festive, although I guess Christmas is over, but they're still very wintry. I reread the series during the summer because I own them and they hit the spot even in summer. So if you're craving something like that, whenever you can pick these up. Okay, the next one is Duke actually. It's about this girl who's a professor, and it's her romances with the Duke, who, I mean, I guess they met in the first book, but I haven't read the first book in the series, but they still make but the story still made sense without that. So do with that whatever you will. If you are a purist, read book one first, then book two. But I genuinely enjoyed book two a lot. It was such a cute friends to lovers slow burn romance. I feel like I talked about this book before in a video. I don't remember which one. It's really, really, really cute. I genuinely, genuinely enjoyed it. Like, I don't usually enjoy cheesy holiday books. No, that's a lie. I do enjoy them. I enjoy cheesy holiday books. And this one I really enjoyed as well. I gave it a 4.5 stars. Sometimes I want to bump it up, but I'm not gonna, because I feel like I really enjoyed it more because I read it in December. So it hit the perfect spot. And yeah, I love these kinds of books. Okay, I should hurry before the sun decides to leave me. Okay, the next book, The Single Staple. I definitely talked about this book before in a video. I don't remember which one. Maybe the hyped romances of 2021. Okay, anyway, this was hyped for a reason. I genuinely enjoyed this one as well. It's about Sara, who is a lawyer and she's looking for celebrity clients, and Jay, who works in security, so he knows a lot of celebs and he promises to get her celebrity clients if she helps him fool her mom into thinking that he is settling down. So like she would like find a girl for him to date, but like they wouldn't be serious, but he would want his mom to think they're serious, you know, like all good brown boys do. It was such a cute romance. They hate each other at first, and the paintball scene, the first scene is a paintball scene, and they butt heads, and then like she shoots him in the bum with a paintball. It was so cute, hilarious. Genuinely enjoyed it. I love Sara Desai books. Okay, the next one is the Ona Trap. It's about Jasmine, who works at her parents' bakery, and her high school boyfriend walks back into her life. And also this guy she had a crush on in college at the same time. And there's a love triangle. I gave it a 3 stars. I did not find it to be that memorable, honestly. It was very cute. I remember thinking it was adorable when I read it, but it did not stick with me. It came out November 9th, and it was in my library pretty soon after that, so I read it in November. I already forgot a lot of details. I remember thinking the love interest, I think his name is Alex. Yeah, Alex was very sweet. Um, yeah, he was a really good love interest, but like nothing also much happens in the story, in my opinion. So that's why I didn't enjoy the book much.